One of the most important things about being a web developer is understanding how to test and debug web pages. Nowadays, this is very easy. Most web browsers have a built-in inspector, or you can install different plugins and modules to accommodate. I'm currently using Chrome, which includes its own inspector called Chrome Inspector. I can view that by control clicking. I'm on a Mac. The command is probably different on a PC, but it's also always accessible from the View menu under Developer, and you can go to Developer Tools. Now I'm going to dock this because I have it actually opening into a separate window. Oops, let me open that back up. Okay, Developer Tools. And to dock this, I'm going to click this little icon here. Now, as you can see, it's docked within the main browser window. So if I scroll down here and control click on any of these elements, I can inspect the element. So I can come in here and I could change the height. Let's change this to 50. So I can mess with styles and see how different things look before I actually apply them to the CSS. I can also debug certain errors in the console. So if I come over here to JavaScript and say I have something missing, say I spelled this variable name wrong, this is going to be picked up by the inspector. It was picked up very quickly there, but we didn't see it because the form ended up submitting since none of this ended up occurring. So what we'll do is we'll spell document wrong. And here we go. Uncaught reference error. Occupant is not defined. So the browser does not understand what that is. None of the other JavaScript gets executed. And instead of spending time trying to figure out what the problem is, this inspector will tell us exactly what the problem is. And it will tell us what line it's on. So we can click that. And we can see exactly where it's happening. We can see our D is missing. And that's why it's saying occupant is not defined. So we can come over here and fix it. One thing I also noticed here is that my ID has a very strange name. I must have typed that incorrectly. Using an equal sign within the name of an ID is not a good idea. It's not good practice, so I'm going to change that here. Now if we refresh, we can see that the console is clear. There's no errors. We could also come in here and change elements around. Let's say that we want to see how this form looks with these form fields being reordered. We could take this entire div and drag it after the other div. So it's just a really nice way to debug issues, like I said, in the console, or change styles, or actually manipulate HTML. You can even remove elements here. Having the ability to easily test and debug web pages with tools like this has become the standard for any web developer. It's very important to understand how to do this. Without these tools, it can be very time consuming, if not impossible, to track down certain issues. So I highly recommend understanding these different testing and debugging tools.